I'm back with another video of a Star Wars book that is part of my collection. Now, I did do another video recently about this book, and a year before this book came out, we got this book, which, you know, looking at them, they're pretty identical, which is fine. You've got to love a bit of branding, haven't you? Now, this book is written by David Reynolds, who, as I'd mentioned in the other video, has a PhD in archaeology, but somehow has ended up creating these visual dictionary books for the Star Wars universe. So 1998, this one, so this is before the prequels, and we are going to be treated to how many pages? But 65 pages, which is exactly the same page count as the other book. Now I'm not going to keep going on about the other book. You want to watch the episode 1 visual dictionary video, that's also on this channel as well. Just do a search for Star Wars, or there'll probably be a Star Wars playlist or something like that. Just go have a look, you'll find it. I'm going to focus on this one. Now, if I have to choose which trilogy I like, is it the sequel trilogy, is it the prequel trilogy, or is it the original classic trilogy? It's always going to be the original classic trilogy. So this book to me is far more exciting. No disrespect against the other one, but I do prefer Star Wars Empire Jedi. So what we're going to delve into with this one, and this is like a 26-year-old book, we're going to delve into various chapters, as you can have a look. So Skywalkers, mainly the characters, and a lot of the droids. We even get I'll start again. We even get a chapter on the Cantina crowd, Jawas, and Sand People and Bounty Hunters. So very exciting stuff in this hardback, but quite thin book. I wonder if anybody out there has all of the Star Wars books, because that's a lot. Now what we have here is a whole chapter, or a whole couple of pages on the rifles and the lightsabers and stuff like that. So anybody who wants to sort of craft them, I know my wonderful American friend and podcasting co-host, John Fouts, has probably got whole bunches of these on his shelf, so he'd be very excited. But I'm not teaching him anything there that he probably doesn't already know. Luke Skywalker through the trilogy. So we get Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, iconic bikini, and Forrest Ware, Han Solo, Carbonite, Chewie. I did meet Chewbacca once. That's another story. I had a very brief chat with Peter Mayhew. C-3PO, R2-D2. It's like, because as a kid, we looked at the design of R2-D2, and we never really questioned what half of these things were. I mean, we knew that was a projector, and that would show, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope," type stuff. We knew that he ended up with all these weird compartments and antennas and stuff that would come out, but there's a lot. He's like a Swiss Army droid, isn't he? He's quite impressive. Lando, Lobot. The very much missed Alec Guinness, Medroids, Tauntauns. That was my least favourite of the Star Wars toys, was the Tauntaun. I did have one years ago. You could put a figure inside, so there was like a slash mark, but you could only like get the legs in, so that was kind of not great. And if you had the Tauntaun vehicle for quite a while, the legs sort of got really loose, and then you would stand it up and it would just fall flat in its butt. So my least favourite. Iconic Darth Vader. I do have a Darth Vader Hasbro figure there, which is very impressive. I do like to show that off whenever I can. Just fell over. He's drunk. Emperor Palpatine. Very cool. This, like, talk about going down memory lane. But I remember, to get this figure, I think you had to send off for it, if I remember rightly enough. Here in the UK you did. I don't remember going into a shop and seeing the Emperor. It was quite rare, and you had to, I'm sure you had to save up so many cards or whatever it was and then send off for the Emperor. There's something, somebody can correct me in the chat, but there was definitely something with that. Imperial Stormtrooper, my favourite Star Wars looking character. I think that's more iconic looking than Vader. I know, controversial, but that's just me. And we have all here, speeder bikes. Anytime I go in a forest, I always think speeder bike. AT-AT pilots and an AT-AT walker. That is probably my favorite Star Wars vehicle, is an AT-AT. I do have a Lego Star Wars AT-AT, which there will be a time-lapse video of that being built, appearing on this channel at some point in the near future, hopefully. Probe droids, Imperial droids. So it's, as you can see, it's a visual dictionary, but there's a lot of text in here. So you will learn a lot. And I'm guessing this sort of thing will make you go back and watch the films, and you'll probably learn a whole bunch of new things. The original Max Rebo band before George Lucas cocked it up and did the special edition. So we have Droopy McCool, Cy Snootles, and Max Rebo. Yes, there's only 3 people in the band, but now in the special edition, I believe there's like extra ones. Bring back the original one. Never mind your Oasis reforming. I want the Max Rebo band back together again. Boba Fett, Slave One, which apparently has been renamed in a lot of things now because they don't like the word slave. Okay, Forlom. That was a figure I had. I had Forlom, and I think I had Zuckuss. So yeah, talk about bringing back memories. Dengar. I had and on this channel somewhere there is a video, which is probably an audio one to be honest, but it's because it wasn't filmed, but it was recorded. And I sat down on a Q&A panel, and I sat down with the guy who played Dengar. So that was kind of cool. Got to do a Q&A with him. And a whole bunch of other ones, including a guy who played Greedo. So there we go. I do mingle around in the Star Wars world more than just being a fan and looking at books. You can hear the pages cracking sometime. I don't think this has been... I genuinely didn't know the name of the Cantina band. I always just thought they were the Cantina band. So I'm learning something new. The Rancor. And then we have a whole bunch of droids. So many droids. I wonder if they ever did a figure of WED 15. I don't know. I don't know if I would have run out and bought that one, to be fair. Wasn't very excited. So what you've got here is you will learn a whole bunch, I think, because, you know, 88 and EV99. There's all the names of stuff that I wasn't familiar with. Cantina band, for example. So we got 65-page book. I'm guessing it's probably $12.99 as well. It is. Cost $12.99 back in 1998. So we'd already had the special editions. The prequels were just around the corner. And the Star Wars merchandising machine was in full swing. And we'd go into even fuller swing the year after when episode 1 would come out. So I thought I'd just do a nice little show-off book for you. A little show-off video for you. Just to take your brain down memory lane if you have seen this book before but you haven't seen it for a while. Or maybe just show you something new if you weren't familiar with it. So what do you think? Do you like these visual books? I think for $12.99, I think it's an okay price. I've forgotten how much things were in 1998 and 1999, so I can't really go, ooh, that's expensive. If this was $12.99 now, it's probably worth it because you'll pay probably £6, £7 for a magazine that is probably the same thickness as this, and this is a hardback book that you can obviously keep for years. 25 years later, some film geek is showing it off on their YouTube channel. So it has stood the test of time for the $12.99 that was spent way back in 1998 for it. So there you go. So I hope you have a wonderful day. May the force be with you.